welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City and Westchester. Today, my special guest is Isaac Rodriguez, who is the founder and CEO of the Double Eagle Process. So, Isaac, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Michael, thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here with you.
So, Isaac, what is Double Eagle Process and what are your duties with the company?
Well, the Double Eagle Process is the company I established in 2008 and to help companies and individuals address change because at the time, the bank that I was working for, I didn't know if it was going to exist from one day to the next, and I knew I had to change. So I established that and I started working with people and companies and how to affect change because that's something that I've done throughout my entire life. Double Eagle Process comes from double eagle is a very valuable coin that at that time fetched the highest at auction. So all my clients are just unique and valuable and like that, and their goals are like that as well. And everything is a process. Also,
Right.
I wanted to have and when I worked for GE, there was something called a meatball, the GE meatball, which was the logo and the brand. And for a company, it's important to build and establish a brand. And I love the notion of the meatball because that was something that at GE we hung our hat on because that was the brand at the time that really carried a lot of weight. And so
Interesting.
we were able to command a higher price as a result.
That's great. So, Isaac, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most need your services?
Well, in a matrimonial situation, a divorce situation, highly emotional, and change is in the midst. It is, the parties have absolutely determined that they are going to part, and that will, in many cases, cause a change in careers, in life, and all of those things. And that is where I excel because I have had to change course through my life in many different ways. And I've dealt with that kind of change through personal experience.
So, Isaac, what do you find is your biggest challenge in your line of work?
Hmm. My biggest challenge is other the word consultant and others of that ilk. What I found in running companies as an interim CEO and talking to many companies and individuals that want to help and claim that they want to help, but really what ends up happening is that they just want to strategize and fail to really follow through from an execution standpoint. Really like to talk about a lot of things and essentially collect a check. And that's what I found is the reality.
And Isaac, what's the best way for another professional or prospective client to contact you?
The best way is through email, Isaac at isaacpr.com. It's ISAAC at ISAAC, P like Peter, R like Rodriguez.com. And you can find out more than you ever never wanted to know about me on my website at isaacpr.com. And if you have some time, absolutely. We'll tell you a lot about what it is that I do and how I do it.
So, Isaac, we've now come to the most important part of the show. This is the question of the week. And Isaac, your question of the week is as follows. If you could live in anyone else's head for 15 minutes, being John Malkovich style, who would you choose?
Now there's a question. I have a lot of trouble living in my head. So the thought of living in somebody else's head for any period of time is kind of scary. So I don't know if I could even go there in terms of a thought process. But I can tell you that I know that I would love to feel what it feels like for consummate professionals, uh, ballet orchestra players. We're talking, the highest and of highest musicians and actors and artists, painters, whatever that is in terms of the arts, what that feels like to be in that zone, to create that music and that it just looks effortless. And the only reason why it does is because they've been doing it for so long that it's part of the fabric of their being. I want to feel what that's like, because that's something that I always strive for. I never think that I get maybe little bits and pieces, but at that level, I'd like to feel that.
I love that answer and I love the enthusiasm. Isaac Rodriguez, you have said it all. You are helping business owners one day at a time. And I thank you so much for being a guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Michael, I can't thank you enough for having me. It's always a pleasure, and keep it up. It's really great stuff.
Thank you.